Hi, welcome to Nerd Now on the Creek. Today, we are getting upside down. That's right, folks. We're getting gymnasty. So, in the workout, we got handstand push-ups, but not just any kind of handstand push-ups. We got definite handstand push-ups. All that means is for somebody who's pretty solid in their handstand push-ups, we just want to increase the range of motion to make it a little bit difficult. But like the stuff we talked about with the squat, when we do deficit handstand push-ups, if you can maintain the right position, deficits actually make it a little bit, I wouldn't say easier, but you got a full range of motion, you got more oomph, you can get a little bit more flexion in that shoulder, which means I can get a little bit more power through the extension. And especially if I'm doing kipping deficit handstand push-ups, those things start to look like the people are flying who can do it well. However, if my position is not stable or solid from the beginning, as soon as I go upside down, it's not gonna get any better. So today what we worked on is starting in the plank push-up position and turning that thing into a stable foundation from which we can then go upside down. What does that look like? What am I talking about? So we talked about hollows and arches. Well, in a pushing handstand position, we wanna maintain that hollow like it's our job, J-O-B. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you, and I am not a gymnast. Disclaimer, I'm still working on this. So my movement hopefully looks all right, but listen to my words and watch my position and hopefully you'll see what I'm talking about. So I start with that beautiful hollow body. I'm stacked, wrists under elbows, elbows under shoulders, and the center, oop, my butt's too high. My weight is there stacked underneath or on top of my bones. To maintain that, I shift forward a little bit because I want my shoulders to take the load, and then I keep those elbows nice and tight. I lower myself down, holding that hollow, touch my head, press out. Initially as a push-up, for those of us who have done thousands of military elbow flaring, tennis elbow generating, horrible dynamic, horrible mechanics push-ups, these start to feel a lot harder. But over time, as I learn that my big muscles can do movement a lot longer than my small muscles, those push-ups actually start to feel a lot better. If I don't quite have the strength to do that yet, this is the only time that I will tell you that going to the knees can actually make this a better movement, because now I've lessened the lever arm. I'm not doing my knee push-ups where I break in the back and lower. I'm still maintaining that hollow. I'm shifting my shoulders forward, keeping those elbows tight, lowering, touching the head, and back up. All right, so what does that look like when I translate it to an inverted position? Well, I get on the box, I'm on my knees, and I come down to the ground. My hands are nice and tight to the box, and you'll notice I'm still stacked. I shift forward, my shoulders take the load, lower myself down, touch, and press out. Basically what I've done here with my knee on the box push-ups is it's like I'm doing knee on the ground push-ups. So if I want to make those a little bit more difficult, I can get onto my toes, and now my lever arm is significantly longer. Lower and press. Lower, oh gosh, and press. And as I got fatigued, maybe you saw my elbows started to flare a little bit. All right, what's that look like when I go upside down? Well, I want to be on the wall. There we are. So I come over, I can kick on up, and everything is still the same. I get into that hollow body position, shift those shoulders, lower myself down, and press back out. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how we take the push-up and translate it into a handstand push-up. Now wait for it. If I take that same motion and I do a clean, and I keep my elbows tight and then push those elbows back under, or I do a pull up where I push the bar down, keep those elbows tight, and pull myself back to the bar. The mechanics are sound because my shoulders, my lats, and my back are taking the load, not my itty bitty little elbows. If you do a lot of push-ups, a lot of handstand push-ups, a lot of pulling, a lot of weightlifting, and your elbow is starting to hurt, it's probably because your shoulder and your lats aren't taking the load, and you are core to extremity violation, flaring those elbows out. All right, a little bit longer today. A lot. Still get gymnasty with it. We'll see you on the